Bud and with Petroleum. And first of all, thank you for representing those few of us out here who work in the area of this nasty old hydrocarbons. We do have a lot of work to do. We're going to be stuck with hydrocarbons for a long time. So.
Not until we get electric airplanes. That's my pick.
Oh, there you go. There you go. This question is going to sound like it could be answered from a policy perspective, but I'm really looking for the technology perspective. With regard to oil supply security, Canada is the largest importer of oil to the U.S. Prices haven't helped production up there recently. If you go to the Gulf Coast, 32% of our refining capacity is designed to handle heavy oil. Mexico and Venezuela production has been in decline and will continue to be in decline for a long time. Are there any technological advances on the horizon that will help us get some of the heavy Canadian crude down to the Gulf Coast? And because they're about the only place that we have importing from who can actually increase production. So do you see anything on the horizon on that?
I'll answer that. On the CO2 footprint side, we're talking about steam methane reforming, of course, is the most recognized method of producing the hydrogen required to hydrogenate heavy oils and get them to the point where we can refine them. Steam methane reforming is probably the most viable target for CO2 capture of what I call all the smokestacks. It tends to put out about 30 to 50% CO2 by volume, and it's a high value target, and these are tremendous targets to apply traditional CO2 capture scrubbing technology. A point I do want to make, though, and from our previous after lunch, the director of the PERC had talked about the dirty little secret of California being the 15 plants, refineries that are producing pet coke. And we talk about tailpipes and we talk about smokestacks. That's really what this world is about when it comes to CO2. I think the dirty little secret in the tailpipe industry happens at the refinery. It's really the bottom of the barrel. That pet coke is full of, as you're well aware, every describable, conceivable pollutant that will affect human health and climate change. And it's presently being packaged up and sent to not second world, but third world countries that are openly burning it and not scrubbing it. The concept of cleaning up your own refineries, clean up your tailpipes by burning, gasifying pet coke and sequestering the CO2 is a very, very relevant issue. And I applaud the director of PERC for California for talking about that dirty little refinery secret, is what he called it. So.
I would add one other thing to think about with regard to liquid fuels and crude, is that a lot of the new cool technologies that are being developed, such as the UGAS technology that Synthesis Energy System is taking to China, is actually replacing what crude was used for before. For instance, the UGAS and Synthesis is taking coal and they're basically turning it into methanol for the chemical industry or as a chemical feedstock. Similarly, Great Point, for instance, gasifies it into syngas so you can put it in a pipeline and ship it other ways. There's a variety of Sasol, of course, and a variety of other technologies are turning coal into liquid fuels. All of these things, if you clean them up and you sequester the CO2 that comes out as a damn near clean, pure stream afterwards, and then you use it for something useful, or you use it in algae, CO2 type of thing. There's a variety of different things that, if advanced, will get there. EOR is definitely ready today. Can allow us to not have to only look to the crude, though, I think you're dead right on.